Welcome one and all, I'm Keith, this is Game to Please, and we are back in Fallout 4 You Only Live Once, done live, with the Rad Run, here having just killed Kellogg, seen the Brotherhood, and then immediately run back inside because, of course, when it comes to radiation, I'd like to be indoors. No surprise there. So this time, we are going to be preparing for the glowing sea. There's a few things we can get out of the way, but most of it is going to be kind of tedious, so it's kind of an interim part. But maybe we'll see some interesting things down the line. We'll need vertibirds. And vertibirds are going to be one of those things that come about after killing super mutants. And super mutants have been kind of terrifying. So, hello Radstorm, good to see you too. 197 rads, which is effectively 247 rads, because of course we are planning on doing the DLC. If this is going to be a completed run, not a half-assed run, we need to actually complete the DLC. And yeah, that's going to be terrifying. So I think we're going to start out, make our way back towards this part of the map, stop by Vault 81, try to sell some stuff, and then take anything that we can or that we want, and stop by Hardware Town, take as much as we can or want, and then from there go to Home Plate and Diamond City. And from there, we'll move forward with what we, well, need to move forward with. There's a few things I'm probably forgetting down here, so let's just quick, double check. Hello, the Beezer. How's it going? It's gonna be a short little... Did I not put anything in here? I always remember to put stuff in here, but apparently... No, that's fine. I don't need everything everywhere all the time. So, there's always a vertibird, in my opinion, when it comes to getting by the water treatment plant. I don't know if it's so thoroughly scripted, forced vertibird spawning at location, but that's what I'm worried about, because vertibirds do like to try to kill you. Just to make sure the game's not pulling the Radstorm away. Let's take what we can, especially the lead, even though we're pretty good on lead. Lead is something that we don't really need. Most of this stuff, frankly. Yeah, don't diddle-dally, whatever. Don't be idle. This is needing to be moving forward faster than I'm moving forward. I would like to kill all those guys. That'd be easy experience, but nope. It's outside. Just like I was thinking about the mass, not mass feed, the blood clinic. There's some sort of medical blood clinic over there. Plenty of bugs. We could get some meat to cook up also, but it's just not worth it in my opinion. Much better to be indoors trying to kill things as opposed to outdoors. So, is it going to be a gunner vertibird? If it's a gunner vertibird, I don't have an answer to it. But if it's a normal vertibird, it's probably going to get blown up because the... Yeah, it's a gunner. A gunner doesn't necessarily mean gunner vertibird, especially since they're shooting it. Now, I'm guessing these are just a bunch of gunners spawning on top of super mutants, spawning on top of the Brotherhood, are also spawning on top of super mutants. Makes perfect sense. And, okay, there's Brotherhood. Our headshots are not even... Oh, wait. Wrong weapon to be expecting headshots to do really anything. What's a good weapon? I need to remember exactly what things are. So we can do a little bit of work. Get some 27 experience, nice and easy. Pretend that the Brotherhood need our help. They really don't. I'm going to kill the guy with the missile launcher while I'm at it, because he's going to immediately start flying, and that's not going to be any good for me. So the reason why I'm doing this right now is I might, not for the quest, but it might be a good idea for me to get some Mirelurk egg omelets from a nice, easy place. I swear they're shooting me a little bit, which is not ideal. Maybe I should just keep moving. If I want to play around with these guys, that's something for another day. And sometimes random spawn over here turns nasty. Last time it was a synth. Well, actually, I don't think that person's a synth. It's one of those Art is definitely a synth holding up. Well, Art is definitely a synth being held up by his other self. But when it comes to this location, last time I think there was a person being held up by two people. Pretty sure that person's not a synth. I could be wrong. And overtired from lack of sleep. Okay, so we've already got Grilled Radstag affecting us, and Lethargy is annoying. Nuka free it is. So the 3 ghouls over here should be enough to deal with. Yeah, our adrenaline is high enough. I don't have any problem taking off. Did I put the wrong gun together? It's definitely the powerful. I'm so confused. Suppress 10mm auto. Oh my god. Okay. Squares. Squares are very useful to know exactly what's happening. Come back, Radstorm. You don't get to leave. Okay. That was just incredibly confusing to have my powerful 10mm actually be automatic when it wasn't. So, yeah. Pay attention. Pay attention. That's probably important. But no. Let's go do some selling over at... There's raiders that walk on this road. Very rarely, but it's possible. And their vertibird has a flaming... Ugh. I always hate getting the vertibirds on the map because I have taken hits from vertibirds when they decide to start falling on me. As long as I hear the vertibirds and I become mortally terrified, I think that's enough for me to activate enough of my defenses to start running and start paying attention. Not always, though. Not always, because sometimes they just like to come out of nowhere and you don't really get a chance to hear them. Hopefully this is not going to be one of those runs where that happens. Been pretty lucky, honestly, in my runs with the vertibirds. There's a few instances where they were trying to kill me, but yeah. Just make sure that you give them the respect they're due. And don't have too much high expectations for them not to kamikaze you. So, nice and safe in here. We're going to be able to at least sell a bunch of crap, and that's pretty much it. I'll be able to take whatever I left here. I'm pretty sure there's something. Yep, they keep the vault safe, even though I'm the one that clears out the mole rats. Always expect the button on the right side. That is fine. So, what's going to be for today? It's not going to be an overly long part. I just want to get a few things dealt with. I've been talking about Hangman's Alley for probably too long now. I need to have orange mentats available just to boost up the VATS capacity. I need to have adhesive available because I will be using it. I came at the wrong time, didn't I? It's probably late at night because I do not know what time it is. The Radstorm makes it one time, and that time is Radstorm time. Unfortunate. Did I not leave any? Did I not leave anything here? Okay, I'll need to remember everything, and oh god, I don't know what things I left here or not. Okay, that's pretty annoying. Let's drop things that we're not going to sell, and then from there we'll work around what we will be selling. Actually, no, this is strangely, well, not perfect, but I have suddenly gotten a plan. Not the best plan, actually, but it is a plan, and we'll just run with it. So one thing that I'll definitely be needing is bottles, because I'm going to go to the castle. I'm going to pick up so many Mirelurk eggs that I will be able to run through the glowing sea nonstop. It's what I always do, and it's no secret that that is what I like to do, so I'm fine saying that that's my plan. But one thing to make that plan happen is getting enough dirty water. Now, usually I'm Looking at this thing, I don't know why that's hearted. Usually what I do is just have a bunch of bottles that I'm buying up along the way, but I've been using some water, and I don't need that many Molotovs, frankly, game. Thank you, though. So what I need to do is go to a nearby location and pick up some nice, easy bottles. I think I'm going to do that and waste some time while we're at it, because there's not too many enemies there, but I will be kind of out and about. Not really out and about, but yeah, let's go back out into the Radstorm. No, I've died from a vertibird before I was uploading. It was just completely out of nowhere. I was in a hazmat suit because I wanted to be in a, their Radstorm was happening, and I had some wonderful gear that I could have just had on and not died from it probably, but yeah, no damage resistance in a hazmat suit. That's painful. Downtown Boston too. It kind of fell in between the buildings. It was not good. Right next to Trinity Tower. That was I guess it was kind of that open place between the library and Trinity and whatnot. Not a good time, but yeah, that alone has been enough for me to really prepare for, death by vertibird. You can oh so thoroughly ruin a run. And that's why I like power armor, because I think what was it? The last time maybe I did take that hit on my first upload of the YOLO runs. I was just doing my own thing, and then a vertibird landed on me, and it did something like, it was pretty much on top of me. Did something like 40 or 50 damage. Wasn't run ending because I was in XO1 power armor, but definitely was not fun having that happen. But that's fine. Vertibird's landing on you in power armor. It's just a little extra bit of insurance. So we're off to Beantown Brewery. They have about 80, 90, 100 bottles. I don't even know how much. But yeah, plenty of bottles. And since we don't have a trader that can trade, I don't want to waste time. I'd rather rather than sleeping there and then going out and doing this, I'm going to instead grab this while I have my wonderful adrenaline set up. And my lethargy is oh so annoying. Trying to see it in the distance. No, that's Corvega. Definitely Corvega. There's Overland. Yeah, it's interesting in the radiation storm how turned around you can be, but thankfully there's always a compass. I'm pretty good with compasses in this game, as long as I know I'm pointed north and I can see where Corvega is versus this thing. Hello, the Insane Shacklador. Death by vertibird is pretty much the, subclause of this game. It's just like, oh, by the way, there will be death by vertibird. Okay, Beantown Brewery, always go in the front. The exit out back, it feels like you can skip ahead, but you skip ahead one person, and that one person's usually sleeping, and that one person is going to take a while to get up, and it gives you plenty of space to fall back into this location. Other room, they'll come and grab you, and that's no good. Caution. That happens a lot, and I could have sworn that I didn't notice that before the YOLO runs, so I feel like people walking over their own trip mines happens because of YOLO, but maybe it does, I don't know. People walking over trip mines seems like it shouldn't be a thing since they lay those mines. And it makes the game easier, but at the same time, not easy enough for me to care too much, because this game is already difficult when you're putting YOLO rules on things. On other rules. Parched, but parched is fine. I'm not going to waste my time with the beer. It's not great weight to value. It's not really useful for me to get addicted to. Not useful for me to waste perks to get not addicted to. all that stuff, so just leave it. I considered in the YOLO run doing beer and getting my strength up, but it just didn't really seem necessary. So our Nuka Free is worn out. Ooh, Tower Tom is up and about. Or was up and about.
Someone's out there.
And that's fine. I probably should have done that first so then I can spend the time looting, but here we are. At least 2. And what else?
It'll all be over soon.
Couldn't agree with you more. Now let's do this a little quicker. 2 shots, and still in caution from the other guy. He's just running about.
Only a fucking coward hides.
Okay, no need to curse like that. This is a family-friendly whatever-y. Oh, they're both just... That seems to do the trick. Okay. Moving forward, 2 guys up there. We'll hold off for now. And who am I kidding? Might as well get rid of them. What did Power have? Recon. Oh, pretty much what I already had. That's fine. Yeah, it's the explosion from the start makes things strange. So they're gonna both sit themselves down, and when the door opens, they're not even gonna stand up to greet me. That's very rude, guys. How dare you? Ow. Took a couple more shots than I was expecting, so he could have shot me, but all worked out in the end. Yeah, Tower Tom usually sticks himself over there, but for some reason, with the raiders triggering their own explosions, I don't know, Shaq. Is that something that happens for you? I don't know how much you modify a game, but I didn't remember before mods, well, before my YOLO mod was installed, that there was any sort of explosions happening because people were wandering into their own explosives. Words. A whole lot of stuff here. That's fine. And now we have access to picket fences and a bunch of bottles. So the bottles will be useful. It's a long name, so I'll take it. But that was something like 10, so not really on my weight to value things. Okay, so it's not from... Maybe I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. Maybe I was playing on easy and normal, and I was getting to my grips around the game and stuff like that, and I didn't notice it. But then when I started going straight into survival, I noticed it. I don't know. It's all a blur. I cannot remember the past. It's but a distant memory. But what I do remember is that there's so many bottles here, and that doesn't do anything to break them. So, bottle. Do have patience for my bottle looting spree. Oogles and oogles of bottles. Must be mine. Now, this will be more than enough to fund... Ooh. I'm gonna stop that active inventory. More than enough bottles to fund my addiction to Mirelurk egg omelets. I used a few of them so far, but I usually try to not use them until I have a pretty healthy supply of, 100 or so. And you can get that pretty quickly from the castle. Now, the castle is something that you might think, oh, well, you have to go up north and grab Preston, and then from there you send Preston down there, then the stupid Minutemen decide to just ruin it by killing a bunch of the eggs, and it's not great, but This time, I think I will demonstrate that, yes, you don't need Preston's help. You can actually go just take the castle, do everything for him as you normally do, and then you get to tell him the good news that he is one step behind you, which is what I'm looking forward to. Namely, I'm looking forward to the idea of not having to worry about the Minutemen just completely breaking all the eggs. I cannot cannot believe that people break the eggs. That's words that I was trying to say. And yeah, I think we're good here. Oop, forgot this. Wooden crate's empty. That's mean game. Pretty much done. And until back here could be, and that's pretty much everything. Okay, so let's go out the front way just to save us that 1 or 2 crackles of lightning. People didn't have enough, but we have the carry weight. Tempted to just store it in the place so I always have something to sell. Honestly, if the oh, who is it? The Combs person, Alyssa, Alexa, Ashley, the merchant and Vault 81. Names are bad, and I don't know what names are. But yeah, if she has fiber optics, that would be wonderful. Fiber optics, and then I'll be able to know that I'll be set for setting up either T60 or XO1. I really don't see a need to go all the way up to XO1. Most of the time, it is just something that I think, okay, maximize damage resistance, and that's where XO1 comes in. You have like the XO1 energy resist shielding effect, and that's all good, but it honestly is not necessary. The YOLO run, it might end up being I get low enough that the damage that I take from the rads being all topped up cause me to, die, but for me to go around and look for the XO1 pieces or put in enough perks to get the XO1, it's not really that critical right now. There is one place that I'm considering that would definitely have XO1. That wouldn't be too hard to get to, and I wouldn't have to spend perks that I wouldn't already be using. And I don't remember the last time I picked up that XO1, so we'll see. But that'll be after I figure out. Oh God, I'm going the wrong way. Supposed to go to the vault. Ugh. Hey, don't get in the water. Whatever you do, don't get in the water. Just hope that Chaos Junction isn't chaosy. Yeah, whenever I leave Beantown Brewery, there's pretty much one way that I go, and it's straight back to Hangman's Alley. Okay. Little bit of green was disappearing there. That is fine. Luckily, hotkeys for keeping the weather nasty is the thing. And hidden brackets are shuffling ever so slightly, so be a little bit on guard. My lethargy is painful. Not so much that it's doing damage, but it's just painful to my psyche. Really wish that I wouldn't have picked up lethargy. Not quite sure which drug did it, but ooh. I don't want to shoot the person who is that powerful. Yeah, I just think I will not. I honestly forget what that random encounter is all about. Cricket, hello, and I was just thinking about if Cricket's here, I'll be able to buy something nice. Hopefully it's been long enough. I think it has.
Just think how damn good.
Okay, looks like a set of caps that I haven't messed with. Let's see. Compensated rapid. Automatic combat rifle. Got decent stuff, but yeah, nothing that I can't live without. I think I have enough lead. If I need 26 lead for a full suit makeover, and I've already picked up lead twice, the only reason why I should get lead is for putting on regular armor pieces, so I think I'll hold off on that. And well, what time is it exactly? How long did I take? 7:22 a.m. This is actually perfect.
Better buy.
So we're going to talk, and then I'm going to immediately do some great mentats and do some more talking all around. Starts with a G. I'm not seeing great mentats.
Big guns now, because you bet your ass your enemies will.
Well,
I'll take a look, sure.
Oh, good.
looks like I cannot keep the drugs that I need in my inventory. I can go entire games having a stack of 20 great mentats and 50 jet and 100 grilled Marler omelet things, but when the going gets tough and I just decide to put everything away, I can't remember to take them back out and put them in my inventory. So that's unfortunate, but I will deal with it. Get rid of all the metal stuff. Don't see a reason to not be in power armor, frankly. What else? Just a few things that I can get rid of. I'm not going to overdo it. Honestly, I should be selling ammo first of all, because that's going to always have a value of 1. So let's do a little bit of that just to top her off. I'm thinking that it would be a good idea to keep picking up fusion cores, but I'd rather do it with great mentats. Right now I'm just trying to be efficient and drop off a bunch of crap and pick up a bunch of crap. So yeah, we're just going to do this instead. Let's see if the vendor has fiber optics. And then we'll take a rest here and hopefully, well, it's definitely not going to get rid of my lethargy, but yeah. And yeah, no, normal's fun. The nice thing about normal, and well, anything with an autosave, namely, is it feels correct. It feels like the proper experience for like the Fallout game. You can save. The enemies aren't just like ridiculously bullet spongy. It's just when it came to survival and the little bit of struggle added to it, and the fact that you will go down so quickly. Even a bloatfly will kill you in like 3 or 4 like little projectiles. It just felt really weighty, the combat, and oh, I was too quick probably. But then at the same time, you can kill enemies really easily if you're able to shoot them once or twice and stuff like that. So back and forth, there's, I don't know. I enjoyed both ways, but I don't like the in-between on hard and very hard, just because enemies become just a little too crazy when it comes to the bullet sponginess. So let's get some food in here. 200 rads. We've made it to 200 rads. That's a nice even number. I appreciate it. Eat. Properly fed. Let's drink. Probably should have just taken some water from a fountain somewhere, but that's fine. And I forget, it's only lethargy and insomnia. Oh, insomnia means that I actually have to worry about it. 12 hours later, should be fine.
How about Johnny Mercer? I kind of wonder if this one is supposed to be a joke. Does anyone
Okay.
know?
With Travis doing Travis things. Wait, 12 hours. I've done played myself. 7:57 p.m. and the merchant's gone.
I'll need more seed.
I've messed up.
You should stop by and see Horatio while you're here.
Ugh. Okay.
Hey,
I came
have
here
you
to-
checked out that secret vault area they found?
Shopping. Okay. Why did that have to? Nope, this won't
You're
stand.
not the least bit curious?
I'm
I heard a
Sleeping
lot.
some more. This is silly. I'm going to sleep 14 hours to get to like 10 o'clock in the morning. Ugh. Oh, you're just rubbing it in, Beezer. Strong back fast travels. I get terrified every single time I ever see myself getting encumbered, and it's just like, oh God, no, I'm over encumbered. I'm gonna die instantly. It's the worst.
Looking for something?
You can
I have
fast
more
travel
stuff than
with
I know
a
what to
strong
do
back.
with.
Ugh.
Let's see what you got.
Great. I have all.
Okay, please have it. If you don't, that's fine, but it'd be really nice if you had fiber optics. Nuclear material still. Shame. Really wish you had fiber optics. I would buy it, but I'm not surprised. So, what we're going to be doing now is... Don't really need the aluminum, but I'm going to pick it up anyway. Lead is super cheap and weightless when it comes to pencils, because I don't want this to be a bust. I want to actually pick up things here. The bottles we will be picking up as well. Might as well. Easiest thing to say. Oil is not that worthwhile, but it kind of is. That is a shame, though. Having to pick up a microscope for a single fiber optics. 47. Be worse, I suppose. Okay, so the nice thing is we should be pretty set to make at least one set of power armor completely rad resistified. And that's the one that's already mostly rad resistified. Let's do some ammo. Grab everything. I don't need most of it. For the junk, I'm going to put it all here for now. Yeah, if I could sleep for 14 hours willingly just to catch up, that would be nice. Just like 2 full night sleeps in one. Oh, that'd be nice. Okay.
Bye.
Alexis is the name that I was
Let's see what
not
you got.
remembering
Great.
earlier.
I have all sorts.
Actually, don't I have... I don't. I don't care enough, though, to not grab all her caps with my crappy gear on. Namely because... 1 value for each of those bullets. Shotgun shells, get rid of those. 5mm, get rid of those. And we can get rid of some 10mm. Okay, you can have an extra bullet. That is fine. So, what now? What now? Well, I kind of hoped that we would be able to pick up the random stuff that she had. Rolo. Roboticists only live once. Well, isn't this kind of Rolo? Like, radiologists only live once? I'm just thoroughly... Oh, and I didn't tell her the weapons. Dang it. I might just leave those here. But yeah, this is totally the radiologists only live once run, where
I can't believe
I can't wear a hazmat suit, which is something radiologists might do, and I can't use Rad-X, which is, well, not the best, you know, rad run.
If you need something, ask
Maybe I should do like a... You can't take more than 50 rads the entire... No, because then I'll immediately die in Far Harbor. I don't know. Something along those lines. But, yes, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at all this stuff, trying to combine things a little bit. Grab it all. Do
Not
some
many
quick
doctors
selling.
around these days.
I
Barter.
need some supplies, Doctor.
Great.
And grab money, because somehow I have 9,600 caps, even though I made a point to myself to say I shouldn't be wasting my time getting caps. Caps aren't important if you're dead. And I just took that advice that I gave myself and said, well, screw it. I'm going to be getting all the caps I can anyway. It is just kind of this game. The game just throws caps at you. Left, right, center, up, above, down, below, to the side. And Yeah, I'm fine with it. I do like seeing gigantic piles of caps. Especially in the beginning of the game where you only have like 100 caps or 200 caps. And then all of a sudden you're just swimming in them. Anyway, I think we're good. We only have 2 fusion cores, but we have way too much junk to know what we're doing with. And... what should we do next? I want to stop by... what's it called? Grab this undamaged camera. The hardware town, because that has a couple things in it that I wouldn't mind. But besides that, this place really needs a workbench so I can decide what to keep in here and what to throw away, because I definitely couldn't take all of this. That's for certain. Let's sort by weight and just get rid of some of the heaviest stuff. And when it gets down to 0.1 weight each... oh, okay, there we go. 0.1 weight each. We're going to take all of our weapons and all of this stuff, all of that stuff. Ammo we'll hold on to. The things that we're going to leave here are things that we can sell. We don't need to sell these over at Diamond City. This is a good enough value to weight ratio that I might as well. Molotov cocktails I'll take. Not good value to weight ratio for the rest of this stuff. But yeah. Then when it comes to... definitely take the charisma. 1 to 50. Good enough. Take all of the aid, I think. Fresh corn. Preserved. Yada, 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 yada. Not the melon, though. Now for this, let's take the lightest stuff, and then we'll let ourselves sort it out later. But there's going to be things that we can sell. Let's not do anything with that. And then springs are useful. Adhesive is useful. I'm going to save things again here to sell. 1 fiber optics, that's wonderful. All of the adhesive, of course, all of the adhesive, all of the steel, aluminum, gears, crystal, whatever else I just picked up. That's fine. And circuitry might as well. It's still pretty light. And now it's going to start getting heavier, but that's fine because aluminum, also amazing. Oil, good. Ooh, and now we're going to start having to make some tough choices because I do want to take all the bottles. The bottles right here aren't that useful. I want to have them as a resource elsewhere. But yeah, we're going to run out of carrying capacity really quickly. So I think we're also good on ceramics. That's only 1 for 0.5. Not great. Yeah, this is going to get really painful really quickly. Stop grabbing all the bottles and start grabbing just things like antifreeze bottles, tons of circuitry, and restored desk fan. How could I say no to that? Okay, no. Let's make sure that we grab all the fiber optics, and we're over capacity. The power of grilled radstag can help us here. So before we do that, of course, take the mutt chops, those up, then grilled radstag, keep that up. Okay, we're back in the game. And what do we have? 2 more fiber optics. That's pretty much everything. Okay. Oil and fertilizer is the next. Out of. Painful.
If you want a good meal.
Oh, gosh. 4 only live once. No bartering at all. Okay, not gonna lie. Spoiler warning. I was thinking of a Colo sort of run. Communists only live once, or solo. Socialists only live once. However, which way you want to do it. But it's one where you can use settlements and you can get them to produce things, but you can't buy or sell anything. And it will force you to just hold on to all of your stuff. You're not able to buy resources. But at the same time, you can get a lot out of settlements. And it would be kind of interesting to see, can you kind of support yourself without buying ammo, buying guns, buying weapons, buying armor, buying gear? Can you make it all yourself? Can you scavenge things? Can you, I don't know, can you survive in a world where caps are no longer a thing? And I'm trying to think, I don't think there's really anything that you need caps for. There's no bribe function that's necessary or anything like that, so that was kind of an interesting run, I thought, but it's more of like a passive that would be applied to a run, and I think that I'd need some sort of extra rule set, make it a little more interesting than just, oh, he has to go around and not have access to shops and stuff like that. But at the same time, it would definitely speed things up in some degree because, oh god, do I spend way too much money? Well, too much time. Time is money, and do I spend way too much money and time when it comes to looking around for things to sell, making sure I have the right things to sell, trying to get all the caps in the world, and then not really using them whatsoever. Because that's just how I like playing this game. Seems to have worked out up until now, but yeah, gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving for sure. So yeah, Hardware Town, and then hardware is going to be, well, besides the stuff that I've left there, and I'm pretty sure I left some stuff there that's useful that I said, it's close by the Diamond City, I'll be able to grab it, that's fine. Kinda want to just take them out because it's easy enough. Oh, I lost my adrenaline, so this is actually quite useless. Oh god. They're shooting me already. This was clearly a bad mistake. Running. And... Do I need a Psycho Jet for this? Probably. That was stupid. I was using my weakest weapon, just trying to riddle a tiny little thing full of bullets, and it didn't work out. Who would have thought? Maybe I should just go. Do I still have... yeah, lethargy and insomnia is going to be annoying, so let's just not. Let's learn our lesson and just not. Cannibals only live once. Can you only eat people? Oh! Okay, I need to save the C. Game, give me my Radstorm back. I don't want it, but I want it. But yeah, cannibals only live once. Okay, the problem with that, though, I'll let you in on a little secret. I think I had some idea about that a long time ago. Wait a second. Oh no, ghoulish is the one I can't use. No, I can use cannibal. Okay, yeah, no, cannibals only live once is on the table. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm using Psycho Jet on a bloatfly. First of all, I thought there were more than them, and it's very easy for me to freak out because I don't trust myself with bloatflies. I've had horrible experiences with bloatflies in the past, and no, I don't really have a good explanation why I use bloatflies. But I did it for reasons. Oh god, reasons. Anyway, yeah, poor reason as that may have been, a single Psycho Jet. Do not touch the water. We're going to fill up our bottles here, and we're just going to have a nice long sit and chat about dirty water, using Psycho Jet on bloatflies that were already half damaged. All of the reasons to, yeah, have complete confidence in this game. The thing about a bloatfly is it would probably shoot me a few times before I killed it, and it wouldn't do too much damage, but it would raise up my disease risk pool or something, and then I'd be stuck with the other one, fatigue. So I'd have to sleep more, and I'd have insomnia, and I'd have lethargy, and it would just be annoying. So that's my reasoning there. Yeah, that's my new good reasoning. Not that I'm a complete coward, and bloatflies kind of terrify me because they fly around really quickly, and you can't actually, you know, expect them to just beeline towards you. The enemies in this game, it's kind of interesting. The raiders take cover, peek their head out, you can kill them. Super mutants, even if they're charging at you, big, huge, beefy things. Robots are either, well, some of them are small and slow. Some of them are big and slow. Some of them are kind of big and fast. And then there's things like the iBots and Mr. Handies, which are fairly terrifying. But there's not too many of them in the long run. Assaultrons like to do a charge straight at you, so they're predictable. A lot of big, huge bears. Deathclaws. Just big enemies I can deal with. Little tiny enemies, I don't like it. Well, what about vegetable soup and noodle cups? Unless you're doing a noodle lamination. But a Volo Vegetarians Only Live Once run. I've wondered, is it possible to make it through the entire game without killing an animal? And especially in a YOLO run. I'm sure it's possible if you just, you know, scum save or whatever it is. But like, can a YOLO run accomplish a no animal kill? The Animus Only Live Once run. I think that would be something to consider. I tried to toy with the idea in my Molo run where I was on the island. I was like, I'm not gonna kill any animal of the island. I can kill, and then I ended up killing 2 mutant hounds, which counted as creatures. So that's unfortunate. Or were they animals? Whatever it was. So yeah, I think I have enough dirty water. Let's just check that. Yeah, 107. That's more than enough. I'll save the rest of the bottles, use that on purified water, because purified water will be useful for a few things. Did I not take everything? I'm guessing I did not. Probably. And so... let's see. Then it's kind of, you have to eat to survive, but it's slowly killing you. So it's kind of like this run where you have to do things quickly, but minus the Radstorm. Interesting. I kind of like it. Somehow tempted to give it more thought than it should have. God. I have too much stuff in my inventory, and I don't really want to drop anything. But this is close by to my base. So what I'm going to do, I want to see, first of all, just how many fiber optics I have altogether. So I'm going to drop things that don't have fiber optics, first of all, up to a point. And then from there, I'm going to take anything else that has fiber optics and probably adhesive. Can't believe I've killed Kellogg and I still don't have an adhesive farm. This is very weird for me. This run has been strange. Let's just leave it at that. I don't see. Whoops. Hands are really heavy, aren't they? Okay, let's take a few things. We'll come back for the paint cans when we feel like it. This run is going... no animal kills or none in your Pip-Boy log. I feel like it would be one of those, you have to maintain the spirit of the run. If you see someone killing an animal, you have to kill them if they kill an animal. So you can get by with one person randomly killing an animal or whatever, and it helps you out. But then that person is dead to you. You either have to put them in jail on the island or something like that, which I don't know how you'd clear out because there's a bunch of animals on. It's a thought. And I exited the back for no reason because I should have exited the front just to save me that one little bit. But here I am talking. That's what happens. And then I decide to take on a bloat fly and it goes poorly enough for me to waste a psychojet on it. So, yes, not the idealist ideal, but ideal enough. And I guess I should check what's over there. There's always a chance for a legendary spawn, and the laser gun that I've picked up is fine. I'm not super thrilled about it, but yeah, I'd much rather have other things. And it is really bright. Expecting it to be more green, but even when I reset the Radstorm, it doesn't do much. Now, what is next? Next thing would be we need to talk to Nick. We need to send him off to Good Neighbor. We need to go off to Amara, get through the memory den. We need to go off to the Pridwin. Well, we need to go off to Dance, go off to the Pridwin, and get some vertibird signal grenades. There's so much on the list of things to do. Oh god. That would actually be perfect. The AFAD, Animal Friends Alliance Defense or whatever. Oh, those guys. So incompetent. At least I think they were. Like, they tried to get in and they just ended up ruining things or something. I don't actually remember how that story goes. Again, too long. Many things that get thrown into this game and I kind of just don't really keep track of everything. It's unfortunate, but I think we're going to put everything that we have in shop. A lot of weight right there. When it comes to the guns, let's actually put the guns away. When it comes to the ammo, let's put the ammo away. And when I say the ammo, I mean most of the ammo, as in all of it. Now, I should have dropped this off at Hangman's, but for now, let's just put this stuff in here. And we'll see where we get. Actually, no. Let's speed things along a little bit. No animal kill. Only people. Oh, God. That would be... Yeah, I guess that would be one way to get 2 runs out of the way. For the price of 1, pretty much. Okay, so we have... If things... I want to double check, actually. Do I have... I do have some Maglark eggs. Might as well. I'm gonna just make things up for the sake of making things up. The sooner I get to level 28, the sooner I don't have to worry about going back and forth on activating various power armor areas. So that's probably a good thing. Hold off on razor grain and that wonderful vegetable soup. I mean, it's allowed, and I feel like I should take it just in case I step outside again and do something stupid like that, but no. Maybe I should just make that not allowed. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's get in here. We have plenty of spare capacity. Now, a quick look. We have one more piece of lead lining that we could put on here. Kind of feel like I want to do it just to have the lead lining for as long as possible. Fiber optics is only at 9. Fiber optics only at 9. That's good. I wish I had more fiber optics at this point. I figured fiber optics would come in a little more, but for some of the most expensive items, 50 a pop or whatever, to force you to get a single fiber optics, it's not good. So maybe have to reconsider a few things. Junkies only live once. Oh god, there's so many things you can do with... I only have 2 tarberry. I'm supposed to have more tarberry than this. Okay, and I'm supposed to have more. I cannot keep track of everything. I need to make a notepad of various items and various places that have all my items. I have no weapons. I don't disagree with you there, game. So, let's get some stuff done. I'm not going to use the fiber optics I do have quite yet. I think I'll be fine with T60 power armor being fiber opticsed up and not worry about good old get rid of all of the stuff at the closest trader. Yeah, don't worry about things that might take more rads to get than I would save from having them around, or save damage from having them around, or whatever. Let's do some quick selling. When I say quick, I mean at the normal rate that I get selling done, which is fortunately quite slow sometimes. So many fusion cells, so many shotgun shells, so many things that I'm not going to use. No, no, no. And probably not the 44. The 308, I'm going to keep stocking up just for when I get a 308 combat rifle, but yeah. Oh. Oh gosh. A chem heavy, yeah. Cannot speak. Words are difficult, but
Every piece in here
are
is
you going
worth
to,
what I charge.
what
See
is
what
it?
you
Do
got.
that
Here's
one
what we got.
quest with Cook and getting all those chems, and then you have to take 250 chems or something like that. That could be problematic. Just maybe. God. I wish people would stop having shotguns. Calibrated powerful shotgun is something I don't need to see. And when it comes to biometric scanner, just buy it. Just buy them all. I probably was saying no to a few of the things that I should have been saying yes to early on in the run, just thinking that I needed all the stuff that I could possibly have. And here I am without all the stuff that I could possibly have. So 49 plus 43 equals 392. Wow. Words are wrong. I did 449, not 349. Take 100 back. I was so confident in my math skills, and I am slightly embarrassed. So let's actually do some selling
Got some
with
great
Arturo.
stuff. If you're in
Let's see what you have.
something for
Automatic, maximized. Maximized, improved sniper. Guess this is kind of what I was looking for compared to my... I don't have the thing that I wanted to sell. Or that I don't want to sell. Makes sense. And another shotgun that's better. Do they not have better items? Tactical, automatic, calibrated, powerful. This is not lining up. I am about ready to go off and pick up a freaking bobblehead so I can start working on my guns. Because, yeah, for some reason they just don't want to have what I want them to have. But no, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Grab a few things. You take those extra caps, that's fine. Let's talk to Nick. Let's keep moving. Keep an eye on the old fusion cores are low. I'll probably need to do that. And
Come on, Nikki. I'm just asking for your
this.
opinion.
Talk to Ellie's a thing.
He's my client, Piper. Why don't you learn not to snoop on a man?
Grab the cases.
Well, well. Speak of the devil.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you were holding out on me, Nikki. Had a microscope. Okay, yep, I did not find my son, but I am trying to find other things more useful.
You were right, Nick. Kellogg did have my son.
The Institute?
I'm sorry, friend.
He ain't kidding.
No synth does.
Okay, pretty much this institute is very difficult to get into.
Man like that would
That's
have
the
had access.
gist of it.
Yeah.
I
He's
should
dead,
have all of the
So,
parts. Please tell me that I actually
wasn't
picked
gonna
up
talk.
everything.
Look,
And let's get a dead brain
hope
to
you're right,
sing.
Nick.
let's. I know.
Actually,
And here's
I
something.
think I already...
Whether
I'll head there on my own.
All right. See you at the den. Don't
And
worry.
the den is going to be the next stop, I think.
Just a few more steps.
well, you two are out. I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, the mysterious stranger. That's fun. Well, we've got that. We could head to memory den again.
Stays hidden forever.
They're going to spawn outside, and it's going to be really annoying because I remember this happening oh so often in my runs where I step outside after turning in the reunions quest, and they're both here, and they just can't be bothered to move forward. And big piece of power armor can't get by the synthetic man. I have to wait for Nick. I'm in a Radstorm here, guys. Come on. And now Piper's the one in the way. So in that case, no. You can move, Piper. That's pretty much the biggest thing. Could have just made them companions, sent them off to frickin' Hangman's Alley. Okay, back in here just for a moment because, of course, the companions and the NPCs are going to be kind of annoying in the way. And yeah, what we need to do... It was going to be a short run, but I don't want to get all the way off to the memory den. Actually, no. I might go to the memory den and get through it off camera. It's not super long. But no, also not that because there's a big chunk of experience that gets dropped. Might as well just do that on camera. So I was half hoping to have more fiber optics by now. I might need to reconsider a few things. It has been a short little part, but really what I wanted to do today was just kind of take stock on things. And first thing I need to do is figure out what I have in my inventory, what I need in my inventory, what I likely have at Hangman's Alley, and what I need to get here, Hangman's Alley, set Hangman's Alley up, and then we'll be able to have a bigger part. I'm planning on doing a long, boring, well, not boring, hopefully not as boring as this part, but a long part on Sunday morning. It's just going to be me running around, trying to get Hangman's Alley slightly set up for carrots, noodle cups, adhesive, all that good stuff with the, well, the various gear and stuff like that that I need. The consumables, that's what they're called. But then from there, what we're going to be doing is getting to the Brotherhood, and then probably getting vertibirds ready, making our way back to Dr. Amari from the Brotherhood, and then from there we'll be able to go off to the castle, and then from there we'll be able to make all of the Mirelurk egg omelets after coming back here, and then off to the glowing sea, and then from there we'll have talked to Virgil, and then we can go up north, tell Preston that we have secured the castle, ask Mama Murphy about a courser, and yeah, that's how I plan on doing things, and I'll, double check that that is not leaving out any very, very, very important things to do, because it just might. But yes, we need to get some T60 power armor with 24 fiber optics. We only have 9, and it's making me think, am I going to run into the glowing sea in T45 power armor? Because at this rate, the speed I need to go and the speed that I'm going right now just might collide with T45 power armor taking me through the majority of the game or something. I don't like that. I don't like that idea. But it might be the idea that I'm stuck with. We'll see. Because there's not a whole lot else we can do. Fiber optics, they can show up at Tegan's. And wait a second. That's what's going to happen. We're going to go to Tegan. He's going to have fiber optics, right? I think. I need to double check that. Okay. New plan. Tegan, fiber optics, T60, and a new awesome set of power armor next time. But until then, I've been Keith. This has been Game to Please with Fallout 4 You Only Live Once done live. Thanks for joining me. Insane Shakador, the Beezer, yes, JC Salmon, of course. You weren't there from the beginning, so just wanted to double check. But yeah, it's all going to happen on Sunday, probably a long stream, and hopefully you join me for that. Till then, farewell.